Awesome, so you finished part 1 and you've made your study cards. Now this is just a short video to show you 3 different ways you can use your study cards. Firstly, you can use it if you're using it by yourself. This is how you would do it. Saya tahu kurang pasti, belum tahu. To use it, you should test yourself. Look at the word and ask yourself, apa artinya? Say the word out loud and check on the other side what it means. As you test yourself, sort them into piles. If you know the word, put it into the ya, saya tahu. If you're not sure, kurang pasti, flat out no idea, belum tahu. Now, belum tahu actually means don't know yet. So this is just to say that eventually you will know. This is an example. Alright, as you can see, saya belum tahu, saya kurang pasti. Saya tahu, smiley face. So what you're going to do is you're going to take those vocabulary words and you're going to look at this one, mulut, mulut. Say it out loud. Not sure what that means? Mouth. I've heard it before but wasn't quite sure, so I put it in the kurang pasti pile. Bodoh. I know this one, that means stupid. So I put it in the saya tahu pile. Anda, I know this one as well. That's you. Put that in the saya tahu pile. Permisi ibu, boleh membantu saya? No idea what that means, so I'm going to put that in the saya belum tahu. As you're doing all of this, remember to say it out loud. It makes a big difference when you hear yourself practice the pronunciation and hear it in your own words. I kind of leave it there. The main thing is when you're going through all these words and you've hit maximum of 10 words into your belum tahu pile, then I would stop. Because if you know have too many words you don't know, you won't be able to learn them. So just focus with those 10 I don't know words and those 10 I'm not sure words and leave it at that. Don't spend too long on doing this way of studying. The maximum you should spend on it is 10 minutes at a time. It's really good for you to keep practicing and eventually you'll get the hang of it. You'll see this really works. As you can see, I've divided them into my different piles. I'm going to put away all the saya tahu pile, put it aside, because I already know them, so I'll put them over there. I'm going to focus firstly on my kurang pasti pile. So I pick them up and have a look. Saya suka bermain komputer. Not sure what that means. Oh, it means I like to play computers. I haven't written it, so just imagine. Kakak perempuan saya cantik dan tinggi. My older sister is pretty and tall. Gigi means teeth, etc., etc. besar, big. Tangan means hand, arm. Mulut means, I think I know what it means. It means mouth. Alright. Now, before we go on to the next part, in that first part, you need to be saying these words out loud, thinking about it before you turn over and check, and then check. Eventually, you'll start noticing there are certain words that you do know. Maybe go through it 2 or 3 times before moving on to the next pile. Now you're going to go to the saya belum tahu pile. Kepalanya besar, it means their head is big. Dan, and. Keluarga, family. Nenek, grandma. Permisi ibu, boleh membantu saya? Means, excuse me miss, can you help me? As you're doing this, make sure when you're going through all your words that you have a maximum of 10 in your belum tahu pile. Don't go more than 10. If you're going through all your words and you find that there's way too many, then stop at 10. Because if you go more than that, it'll get really, really confusing. So start off with knowing those 10 words in your belum pasti and kurang pasti pile. Belum tahu and kurang pasti pile, okay? So try and do that first and learn those 20 words. Eventually you'll start seeing a pattern and that you'll be remembering more and more of them as you go on. And this is just one way you can learn using your word cards by yourself. Alright, in this part of the video, this is a different way you can use your word cards. You can use it in pairs. It is very similar to using it individually, but instead it might help you to have another person verbally ask you, apa artinya something. So apa artinya, for example, hitam. Apa artinya hitam? Hitam hits arm. Oh, when you hit someone's arm, you're going to turn black. So black. So you answer black. And then the other person will go benar, benar. Or salah. Benar atau salah. Okay. Likewise, you can do the same thing with as the other individual word cards, and you can put them into your different piles of yes you know and no you don't know. Make sure you reciprocate and also test the other person so they get a chance to learn also. Now, last one you can do is in groups of 3, play a game of Slap It. In the game of Slap It, you need to have all your cards laid out on the table with all the Indonesian words side up. One person is the judge and 2 other people play against each other. They're versing each other. The rules of Slap It. The judge calls out apa artinya, for example, hand in English. The first person to find the matching word in that pile and slaps it gets to keep that word. And etc. etc. This keeps going. At the end of the game, the person with the most word cards wins. The judge is basically the one who gets to check and decide who is doing the right thing. So make sure in this game that you be really careful and you don't hurt one another. Some general tips and hints. How can I remember this? Well, you got to find ways to help yourself remember. For example, some people find it easier to remember things like the difference between kakak and kakek. A comes before E, youth comes before age. Therefore, kakak is old assuming and kakek is grandpa. Other people also have great ways of learning other words is word association. Hit arm. Terima kasih. Tearing up my car seat. There's lots of different ways for you to remember. If you can think of your own way, because everyone has something different, then make sure you share them, because every bit of information helps other people. Well done. Once you have reached Jedi Master stage and you feel like you really know these words 110% back to front, Indonesian to English, English to Indonesian, then you can bullclop those words, put them aside, and maybe once a term pull them out when you need to for assessments. Hope you managed to get through all this video. I know I did a really bad job because it's my first video, but hopefully you got through it. Thanks guys.